So, in short, what I'm saying is, if fantasy managers want to get Sanchez at the moment, I guess that's a little dangerous
Yeah,
because
because
something
that's
opportunistic could come up where you buy a number one, right?
exactly that. That's what we like, because that's already what's happened once when I just told you in pre-season that Kepa was nailed.
Was
We've
was
already done that.
was David Raya not obvious enough for both of us? By the way, I include my club in that.
Well, when we went to Brentford, they told us it was 40 million.
Same.
So we paid 20 plus 5 for Sanchez. And then he goes to Arsenal for 3 million.
On
So,
loan, we should say, with an option to buy for 30 million, I think to clarify. Pochettino also mentioned on Sunday after the game about potentially buying a striker. And now I think a few people interpret that as buy a striker to potentially come in place of Jackson. But I read it from, I think Pochettino sometimes can get his words slightly misused, if you will, and abused a little bit. I think he meant forward player, didn't he?
mm-hmm.
Or did you think he meant a number 9?
No, I'm sure that he's happy with Jackson. I don't know why he wouldn't be. I've been happy with Jackson. He's doing what I told you that he would do in the pre-season, where I think he's going to play well, and I think he has played well, but I don't think it's always going to translate to FPL points. I think he's also going to struggle for confidence every now and then, and at the moment that's probably going to be the case until he scores his first goal. But the work that he does on the ball, off the ball, everything like that is it's exactly what you want from a number 9. Some of his link-up play with Sterling. The thing is, if we'd had if one of those like opportunities had actually like come to fruition, if we'd got a goal, we'd be having a different conversation.
So I'm thinking about Jackson this week.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to put me off?
No.
Go for it, yeah?
Yeah. Like, so the player that came on is Mason Burstow. He didn't come on for Jackson, he came on with Jackson. And I don't really know how he's made it into our first team because he was like an opportunistic sort of signing from Charlton. He's not one of our youth players. He's a Charlton player that it's the same as Joe Gomez at Liverpool. He's not, we've just snapped him up because they were playing him from a young age. I don't think he's going to be good enough to play for our first team. I don't think he was incredible in our youth team. We just didn't really have any ideas. I don't know why Maxson hasn't really. Well, I don't know why he didn't come on at the weekend. I'm assuming that it's going to be like another sort of number 10, particularly with Nkunku being out with Chukwuemeka. We don't know what's happening there, but that didn't look great. We're already somehow we've managed to look light again.
I don't mean to laugh about it, Gary, but the whole country is a little bit.
I know.
And you know it's going to come because of the volume of money that's been spent, right?
Of course, and then you can really complete it by reminding me that Lukaku's still on the books, and we're just
Well,
refusing
I
to.
was going to ask you. I wasn't because we did that in pre-season, and that is
Yeah,
he'll end up in Saudi Arabia or something, will he?
that's what. Yeah, it's exactly the same situation. It's just he's just doesn't seem to have just accepted like you have got one choice, and it's Saudi Arabia because nobody else is going to pay. Because in the meantime, Vlahovic, who Juventus were trying to just offload to us, has now started playing well for Juventus. So now they're like, oh, do we need Lukaku? No. Did they ever need him? No. But now they've realised that as well. So,
Dan, can you put me off Nicholas Jackson?
Try.
You can try it. Well, no. Should I be looking elsewhere because of you? Or even let's put it a different way. Should I wait a week?
It's hard, isn't it? We weren't great at the back, were we? I think I'd be more interested in Chilwell. I've got Chilwell in my
You've
team.
got him.
We've
already worked out he's getting dropped.
weakness.
We're joking before people take that seriously, but I wouldn't be that surprised.
I would say our right side's probably a bit weaker at the minute, as we're having to play Anderson, who's normally I think he's been brought in to play centre of the three, and with Osho and Burke out, we're having to play him there. So, if I think back to the goals, although Anderson was off, yeah, I think I'd be going for Chilwell would be my first choice, but I wouldn't say anyone not to get Jackson.
So longer term, who do you think would be the first choice right-sided centre back?
Well, I think that's one area we might actually recruit. We've been linked with Tanganga from
I've
Spurs
seen that. Yeah.
um, and oh, I can't remember his name. That he was that Man United youngster who's gone out on who's been released. He was at Stoke. It's going to annoy me now. But basically, we've got two centre backs who we've been linked with. So
Are you not stocked in that
we've
area
got
though, or is it a case of quality is a problem there?
we need quality, I think. And we've got three defenders out injured at the minute. So um, we've got 24-man squad now of the players who I think will be there. So we're probably only going to make one, maybe two, and even then you're forcing someone out. So yeah, I would say centre back is
But
probably the
you'll have
area.
to be ruthless with that if you want to get players in and loan some of these players to that are on the fringes to say championship clubs and stuff. You'll have to be ruthless about it.
We've already told the 4 or 5 that they're not being registered to go and find a club, but
Right.
we've loaned a few out. We've got a couple that are, if we were in the championship, I think they might have been in the squad, like Louis Watson, defensive mid, and McAtee has impressed during pre-season, but I think they're going to get loaned out maybe towards the end of the window.